Oh, hello there and welcome back to my channel. My name is Georgina. I am the Honest Vocal Coach. Right, so in today's video, I am going to be looking at Girls Aloud. Now, if you didn't know, I've already been twice to see Girls Aloud. I went to Manchester on the Friday and I went to Sheffield this Tuesday just gone. I filmed at both, so I've got loads and loads of footage from both of them. I will be doing a show kind of review at some point, but it's going to be a long video, that one, so I'll probably film it over a little while. But in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the very first song. So the beginning, the opening of the gig. Now, before we even listen to this first track, I just want to say the support act, Mr. Theo, the DJ. Okay, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but it was so dull, so dull. I literally could have pressed fade on my Spotify or on iTunes where you fade from one song to the other and it would have sounded better. Alex was with me and literally every mix that came up, we both looked at each other and went, as it blended from one song to the next. It had no personality whatsoever. And if you watch this, Mr. Theo, come on and do some different songs. You did the same music every gig, because I saw exactly the same from the Friday to the following Tuesday. It was exactly the same, literally identical. Also, the videos and things that they play before the show, before it starts, exactly the same. Now, I get this, that you want to have a slick show and that this is the routine and this is how it's going to work. But there are fans who are going to go more than once, that are going to go over and over and, you know, enjoy the night. So just mix it up a little bit, change a bit of something, because, you know, and I know the show's not even started yet, so I am being super picky here. But the options you could have had as a support act, you could have had anything that was Steps, S Club, Bewitched, anything fun and camp I thought could have worked. Maybe Jessie Ware or anyone, just because you've got to build the hype before the show starts. Now, differences between the two venues. The Manchester venue felt so big and it felt the atmosphere was odd. I didn't feel the atmosphere, maybe because it was so massive. I just didn't feel it. And I was on the guest list. I just have to show off a moment. I was on the guest list for both of them, so I got to sit in the guest list area, which is really, really cool. And I was super close to the stage on both events. For Manchester, I was to the right of the stage, the second block back, but in Sheffield, I was at the first block, literally on the front row. It was so close, and you'll see from my videos, I'm right next to the stage. You'll see as well, the stage layout is very much like a catwalk. You have like, it goes around in a circle almost, like a thrust stage. And then there's two cutouts where the VIPs are, and they get a little bag. I've checked this out with some of you guys, and apparently you get a tote bag and it's got like a key ring or something really basic in it, which I kind of thought you would get a little bit more than a tote bag and a key ring. I thought, you know, there's got to be a bit more in there, but no, apparently not. Apparently they were really simple. And for me, I don't think I'd have wanted to be in the VIP section. Although it was loads of fun down there, you'd be like hurting your neck looking up at the girls the entire time. So it's just a kind of tricky spot to be in, really. For me, that wouldn't really be a VIP. That'd be a painful place to sit. Again, before we jump into the performance, I just want to say, as much as I love this song, I didn't feel it was the right choice for the beginning. I really don't. I wanted it to be fast and like full of energy and feisty and like in your face. Whereas this first song, it just wasn't. It was subtle and kind of sweet. So let's dive in and I'll give you a bit more of an explanation as we go. And I should say this is all my footage. Oh, and one other thing, while I remember, one of my comments under one of the videos I spotted, because I did vlog about this, so feel free to check out my vlog channel. I'll put the vlog link at the end and in the description. They said that they felt that their voices were out of tune and it wasn't a good show. I totally disagree. The vocals were excellent, but I will explain a little bit more about the vocals as we go through. The only bum note that I heard was Kimberly on the Manchester one and one note from Cheryl on the Sheffield. It was literally 2 moments where they were off. That was it. Their voices were super slick. Right. I can't tell you how much excitement there was at that moment, literally when the curtains dropped. It was so exciting. So we've got all 4 of them here on these kind of flying, let's call it a flying disc. And these discs get used again later on in the show. But I will be reviewing more of the show as we go, and I've got lots of other clips. So yeah, they're almost like statues with their hands up right now. The costumes are really beautiful. There was only one costume I didn't like, but that'll probably come up at some point when I am doing these videos.
We've been doing good for so long that when I stare in your eyes, it's so calm.
Okay, so vocally, Nicola was the best of both nights. Incredible, superb. If you watch back at my other videos, you will see that I felt that Nadine was the strongest vocalist when they were sort of first time round of the band, but then as the band was sort of ending in their later career, it was definitely Nicola that took over vocally stronger than the rest. I would say on both of these nights, Sheffield and Manchester, I would say Nadine and Nicola were equally incredible. Cheryl, really good. I mean, really good. And then Kimberly, but that's kind of the order that I would put them, Nicola and Nadine, and then Cheryl, and then Kimberly, if I had to put them in an order. But I really thought they were all brilliant. Nadine did look like she was scared on this flying disc thing. Her legs weren't quite as secure as the other girls. I think she didn't like being up there all that much. But this isn't the only moment that they go, like they're flying. There is an epic section where they're on motorbikes and it comes above the stage, flies across and comes back down again. It's so camp. It's brilliant. Oh, and while I've paused, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but this is important stuff. Now the cat wants to come in the window. So while we have paused, I just want to point out that all of the lead vocals in the verses and the pre-choruses and the bridges were all live. All live. But the choruses were on the track. So the choruses were all on the track. There were some backing vocals on the tracks as well. But I did notice on occasion, some of them were not singing the choruses. So I think they were taking the choruses as a break now and again, because honestly, there were moments where I did think that they were lip syncing the choruses. But the verses, the pre-choruses, the bridges, the outros, definitely all live. I can absolutely assure you I've seen the show twice. Definitely all live. But some of the choruses, and I see this a lot with bands, you know, girl bands like this, that the choruses will have all the vocals on. Little Mix is another one. They've got all the vocals on the chorus, and they either sing over it or sing quietly with it, so the whole thing blends, or indeed they lip sync the chorus. And I think there are some occasions where they are lip syncing the chorus, but you're that excited and you're so like in it, you kind of don't really notice. I did. I noticed everything.
There's so many ways to go on, but when I look in your eyes,
so good.
And in my dreams it feels like we are funny stories.
Do you hear the sound change as it goes from the verse into the chorus? They're not singing all of this chorus. Plus, you can see that there's only Nadine with the microphone up anyway, whereas you can hear all of their voices.
When you're around, ooh, we're untouchable. And in my dreams it feels like we are ever gonna fall. We're safe and sound and we're untouchable.
Nadine's vocals and Nicola's vocals, absolutely outstanding. The riffs, the control, the quality. The only thing I would say about Nadine is she does go a little bit extra sometimes. She does over riff a little bit, whereas Nicola's got the perfect balance. Now this is beautiful, but as I said, I kind of wanted something fast and lots of energy for the first song. So it's a bit like, come on, come on. Do you know what I mean?
So real when you're not around. Walking in the rain, the sun goes down. Oh,
Yes, Nicola, I love you. I love Nicola. I love her voice. I love her. I love her album, Beat of My Drum, Porcelain Heart. Lucky Day. I loved her album. I loved it.
can't sleep at night. I need you here again to show me how.
Kimberly's vibrato has definitely progressed. It's a little bit slower than it used to be, which is completely natural. That's what happens to our voices. That vibrato gets a little bit slower.
Love shouldn't be so hard. Sometimes standing in the dark, you light up everywhere I go.
Cheryl was really good. I know a lot of folk go, oh, she's got a bit of a dodgy voice, but I honestly feel when she's with the girls, she goes all out. I think she's more nervous when she's on her own, but when she's with the band, really good vocals.
Heart shouldn't beat so hard, and sometimes I'm swimming with the sharks. But you light up and keep me out the cold. And in my dreams it feels like we are funny stories told.
I love the projections as well on the curtains at the back. There's moments where Sarah's face pops up, and overall the way that they incorporated Sarah into the shows, just beautiful. There was quite a lot of crying moments and it was just very well done.
When you're around, ooh, we're untouchable. And in my dreams it feels like we aren't ever gonna fall. We're safe and sound and we're untouchable. It's only real when you're not around. The candle in my hand is burning out. And I know that love shouldn't be so hard. Sometimes I'm standing in the dark, but you light up everywhere I go. And I know a heart
It's really good, Cheryl. Brilliant, brilliant.
shouldn't be so hard, and sometimes I'm swimming with the sharks. But you light up and keep me out the cold. And in my dreams it feels like we are funny stories told. When you're around, ooh, we're untouchable.
So while I remember, the Friday night, Cheryl had dark, very long hair. And then on the Tuesday night, she had blonde highlights and her hair was much shorter. So whether it was a wig or she actually had her hair done, I'm not sure. But apparently from the Friday night to the Saturday, she'd got a new hairdo.
The safe and sound of being untouchable. Whenever you're broken, they wait in the door. Everything's hurting like before. Without any meaning, we're just getting more. Like beautiful robots dancing on the roof. Whenever you're broken, they wait at the door. Everything's hurting like before. Without any meaning, we're just getting more. Like beautiful robots dancing on the roof. And in my dreams, it feels like we are funny stories told. When you're around, ooh, we're untouchable. And in my dreams,
Not sure why, but this song seems so long.
it feels like we aren't ever gonna fall. We're safe and sound, and we're untouchable.
So, a really, really good opener to the show. It was really good. I've got to say, it was really, really good. I just kind of thought it was going to be an up-tempo number to kick it off. It wasn't. It could have been the staging that meant that we needed to do it this way. I don't know why I said we needed to do it this way, but it needed to be done this way because of them being on the discs. I don't know. But we do get flying motorbikes. We get tables. We get... How can I explain this? For those of you that have been, we get a red bin bag sequence. They literally look like toilet roll holders. You'll see what I mean. Lots of flames. We get confetti cannons. Yeah, so I loved it. I really loved the first show. I didn't enjoy it that much, but I think that was because there was so much going off in my head. I was overthinking every last second. I was proper judgison, and I was missing Ellie, and I was being aware that Alex was with me, so I was in mum mode, making sure Alex was okay. And I don't know, it just felt weird that first time. But when I went again in Sheffield, I loved every second of it. It was so good. It was so nostalgic, and it was just what I'd hoped that it would be. So I am going to be making more videos on Girls Aloud because I did take a lot of footage, and I'm sure you want to know as much as you can about the actual shows and their singing and all of that. So before you go, please sign up for my vlog because you can find out even more about my life. I'd very much appreciate it. The link is at the end in the playlist thing, and also I'll put it underneath. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you back soon. What? I'll see you again soon. What? Bye, loves.